let's try this again. So I'm going to show you another one. This time I'm going to show you an obtuse angle. So this will be our angle that we want to copy. And I'm not going to bother with all those letters because you really don't need them. I mean, you might need them, but for these purposes, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So you're going to draw, to recreate this angle, you're going to draw a line segment, which is going to be the first ray of your new angle. This will be the first ray. And by the way, these are all rays, so they should all have arrowheads at the end. And that's why the length is not that important, because these do go on to infinity. So the first thing we're going to want to do is take our compass and we're going to squeeze it to be a realistic, easily copyable length. And we're going to get the length from the vertex to a given point on our ray, this one ray that we have. So without changing, squeezing or pulling it apart, we're going to place it here and draw that same ray, that same arc, which means because our pencil is the same distance, that means that this this is congruent to this. Now, we don't know how far we want to draw our new segment, but we don't know exactly, and I think I'm going to have to redraw that arc because look, it's not long enough. We don't know where that angle is. We don't know actually what this measure is. So, I'm going to take those off, and I do see that this was not drawn long enough. Okay. So now we want the measure between this point, and this point. And the way we're going to get that is by taking our protractor, because remember, we don't have a ruler. We're going to drag it over to here. We're going to put our pin in one side. This is going to be unlocked. We're going to open or squeeze, whatever we need to do, to measure from here to here. So let's lock it. So when we rotate, we can now drag this down. Drag this down. Do not change the width of your compass. Don't squeeze it or pull it apart. I'm going to draw another arc right here. Now this tells us is the same intersection point as this up here. So now we know that our line segment is going to go right through this intersection point. And you're done. And we know that they're congruent because this is congruent to this. And this segment here, if we were to have a segment, because the arc measure is the same, so then would a segment measure be the same. And if these two measures are the same, then we have two triangles with all sides, corresponding sides congruent. And once all corresponding sides are congruent, there is a postulate that you will learn later called side, side, side. And if you have all three sides of two triangles congruent, then their angles are also congruent. And if you have these two congruent angles, then you have successfully copied the angle. And the lengths don't matter, so your letters really don't matter. You can put them on there, but if you don't, and you know how to measure a length, right? You just open your compass to that length, draw an arc, and that's your length. You put it on another segment and draw the same arc, and that marks off your length. If you want to add two lengths together, like we did in the one problem today actually, you would put the compass here and extend it and draw another arc down there. I hope this is getting easier for you. Let me know.